Hello, and welcome to another episode of Mind Matters with Henry. I'm your host, Henry. I'm so glad you're here with me today. In today's episode, we are going to talk about something very important. It's not about money. It's not about where you live. It's not even about your job. It's about your mindset, the way you think. Our topic today is rich versus poor mindset. Now, when I say rich or poor, I don't just mean how much money someone has in the bank. I'm talking about something much deeper. The way people see the world, make decisions, and think about success, money, learning, and life. You might be surprised to hear this, but two people can have the same job, the same income, and even the same problems. But one of them becomes successful and grows, while the other stays stuck. Why does this happen? The answer is often their mindset. In this episode, we will look at the key differences between a rich mindset and a poor mindset. We'll talk about how people with a rich mindset think, act, and grow. And we'll also talk about the habits and beliefs that hold people back. The poor mindset. Now, I want to be very clear. This episode is not about judging people. It's not about saying one person is better than another. It's about learning, growing, and understanding. Because once we understand how our mindset works, we can change it. And when we change our mindset, we can change our life. Whether you are just starting your journey or you're already working on your goals, this episode will help you think differently, feel stronger, and take better actions. So, are you ready? Let's begin by understanding one important question. What is mindset? So, let's begin by asking a simple question. What is a mindset? A mindset is the way we think. It's the way we look at the world. It's our beliefs, our attitude, and how we react to things in life. You see, two people can face the same situation, but they will respond in different ways because their mindset is different. Let me give you an example. Imagine two people lose their job on the same day. One person says, "Oh no, this is terrible. My life is over. I will never find another job." The other person says, "Yes, this is hard, but maybe this is a chance to find something better. I can learn new skills. I can grow." Same problem. Two different mindsets. One feels stuck. The other sees a new opportunity. Now, experts say there are two main types of mindset. One, fixed mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe that they cannot change. They think, "I'm just not smart. I can't do it. I was born this way." They don't try new things because they are afraid of failing. Two, growth mindset. People with a growth mindset believe they can learn and improve. They think, "I may not know it yet, but I can learn. I can try. I can grow." They see failure as a lesson, not as the end. So why is mindset so important? Because our mindset shapes how we live. It decides how we handle problems, learn new things, work with others, take risks, and even how we feel about ourselves. A rich mindset is built on a growth mindset. It's full of belief, learning, and action. A poor mindset is usually fixed. It's full of fear, doubt, and blame. Here's something powerful. Your mindset is not something you are born with. You can change it. You can grow it. So, if we want to live better, think better, and achieve more, we need to build a strong, healthy mindset. Now that we know what a mindset is, let's talk about the real differences between a rich mindset and a poor mindset. Let's look at how they think, act, and respond to life. All right, now let's dive into the real differences between a rich mindset and a poor mindset. Remember, this is not about rich or poor in terms of money. It's about how people think. A person with a poor mindset can become rich in money, but still feel lost. And a person with a rich mindset can build a successful life, even if they start with nothing. Let's look at some clear, simple examples. 1. Long-term thinking versus short-term thinking. A rich mindset thinks long-term. They ask, how will this help me next year? In 5 years? They invest time and energy today for a better tomorrow. A poor mindset often thinks short-term. They ask, what feels good right now? They want quick results, fast money, easy rewards, but they don't build for the future. Example: a person with a rich mindset saves money and learns new skills. A person with a poor mindset spends money on things they don't need, just to feel good today. 2. Investing versus spending. A rich mindset knows the difference between spending and investing. They put their time and money into things that grow in value, like books, courses, businesses, or health. A poor mindset spends money on things that lose value, clothes, gadgets, junk food, and then wonders why nothing changes. Example: buying a book is an investment. Buying a fast food meal every day is just spending. 3. Learning versus entertainment. A rich mindset chooses to learn. They read books, listen to podcasts, watch educational videos, and ask questions. They enjoy learning something new. A poor mindset looks for entertainment. They spend hours on social media, binge-watching shows or playing games, but they don't grow. Learning builds the future. Entertainment just fills the moment. 4. Taking responsibility versus blaming others. A rich mindset says, I made a mistake. I'll fix it. I'll learn. They take responsibility for their life. A poor mindset says, it's not my fault. It's the government. It's my boss. It's bad luck. They always blame others. Blaming gives away your power. Responsibility gives you control. 5. Focusing on opportunities versus focusing on problems. A rich mindset looks for opportunities, even in hard times. They ask, what can I learn from this? What can I do next? A poor mindset sees only problems. They say, this is too hard. There's nothing I can do. Example: during a crisis, a rich mindset person may start a new business idea. A poor mindset person may just complain and wait. 6. Working smart versus working hard. Only a rich mindset values smart work. They find ways to save time, use tools, ask for help, and focus on results. A poor mindset only believes in working hard, even if the work is going nowhere. It's not just about how hard you work. It's about what you're working on. Example: a person with a rich mindset may automate a task and save 5 hours a week. A person with a poor mindset may do it the hard way every time, just to look busy. 7. Choosing positive people versus negative people. A rich mindset surrounds itself with positive, driven people. People who inspire, support, and challenge them to grow. A poor mindset often stays around negative people, those who gossip, complain, and stay stuck. You become like the people you spend time with. Host Henry. As you can see, these differences are not about intelligence or luck. They're about choices, the way we think, act, and decide. A rich mindset is built, not born. And the good news is, you can start building it today. Next, let's talk about something that helps build this rich mindset, and that's learning. Now let's talk about something very important: education and learning. You see, people with a rich mindset and people with a poor mindset think very differently about education. A rich mindset believes that learning never stops. Even after school, they keep learning. They read books, listen to podcasts, take courses, ask questions, and talk to smart people. They know that the more they learn, the more they can grow. And the more they grow, the better life becomes. A poor mindset often believes that learning ends after school. They say things like, I finished school. I don't need to learn more. Or, I'm too old to learn. Or, learning is boring. But the truth is, learning is a gift. And the most successful people in the world are always learning something new. Let me tell you something interesting. Some of the richest people in the world, like Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, or Oprah Winfrey, read and learn every single day. They don't stop. Why? Because they know that knowledge is power. When you learn more, you understand more. You make better choices. You see more opportunities. You solve problems faster. Now, here's the best part. You don't need a lot of money to learn. You can watch free videos on YouTube, read free books from your local library, listen to podcasts like this one, talk to smart people, ask questions, try new things, and most of all, stay curious. The rich mindset is always asking, how can I grow today? What can I learn from this? Who can I learn from? But the poor mindset says, I already know everything I need to know. Or worse, learning is not for me. Let me tell you this, learning is for everyone. It doesn't matter how old you are, where you live, or what your job is. If you are willing to learn, you can grow. You can change your life. So, ask yourself, what did I learn today? What do I want to learn tomorrow? If you build the habit of learning, even just a little every day, you are building a rich mindset. And now that we've talked about learning, let's move on to another big idea: how we think about money and the emotions we have around it. All right, let's now talk about something that many people think about every day: money. But today, we're not going to talk about how to make money or save money. We're going to talk about something even more powerful: what we believe about money and how we feel about money. You see, people with a rich mindset and people with a poor mindset have very different beliefs about money. Let's start with the rich mindset. People with a rich mindset believe that money is a tool. Money is something they can learn to manage. There is enough money out there for everyone. They can create value, and money will follow. Money gives freedom, choices, and the ability to help others. They see money as positive, not negative. They respect money, they learn about it, and they use it wisely. Now, let's look at the poor mindset. People with a poor mindset often believe that money is bad or evil. Rich people are greedy or selfish. It's hard to make money unless you are lucky. They will never have enough. Talking about money is shameful or uncomfortable. They may feel fear, guilt, or even anger when thinking about money. Let me give you a quick example. Imagine someone says, I want to be rich. A rich mindset thinks, great. That means I can work hard, create value, and do more for my family. A poor mindset might say, you're greedy. You only care about money. Same sentence. Two very different reactions. Here's the truth. Money is not good or bad. It's just a tool. Like a hammer or a phone. You can use it to build something great, or you can waste it. If you believe that money is bad, or if you feel fear every time you think about it, then you will push money away. But if you believe that money is something you can understand and manage, then you can start making better choices. So, ask yourself, what do I believe about money? Do I feel fear or peace when I think about money? Am I learning how money works? Because your beliefs about money will shape how much you earn, how much you keep, and how you feel about your life. The good news is, you can change your money mindset. You can build a healthier, more positive relationship with money, starting today. And that leads us to our next part. How can you shift from a poor mindset to a rich mindset? Let's talk about some small, simple steps that can make a big difference. Now that we understand the difference between a rich mindset and a poor mindset, here's the most important part. How can we change? How can someone shift from a poor mindset to a rich mindset? The good news is, you don't need to be rich to think like the rich. You just need to take small steps, one by one, day by day. Let me share a few simple ways to start shifting your mindset today. 1. Start with awareness. The first step is to become aware of how you think. Ask yourself, do I complain a lot? Do I blame others? Do I avoid learning? Do I believe I can't change? If you notice these things in yourself, don't feel bad. Just notice them. That's how change begins. Awareness is power. 2. Change your self-talk. Listen to the words you say to yourself. A poor mindset says things like, I can't do this. I'll never be rich. I'm not smart enough. A rich mindset says, I'm still learning. I can figure this out. This is hard, but I can grow. So every time you catch yourself using negative words, stop and change them. Talk to yourself like someone you care about. 3. Surround yourself with positive energy. Who are you spending time with? Do your friends push you forward or pull you down? Try to spend more time with people who are learning, growing, talking about ideas, taking action. If you can't find those people around you, that's okay. You can listen to podcasts, watch videos, or read books by people with a rich mindset. Let their thinking become your thinking. 4. Build good habits. Start small. Even 10 minutes a day can change your life. Here are some habits to begin with. Read one page of a book each day. Write your goals down every morning. Save a little money every week. Watch one video that teaches you something new. You don't have to do everything at once. Just begin. Small steps lead to big change. 5. Be patient and stay consistent. Mindset is like a muscle. You build it over time. You may not see big changes in one day or 1 week, but if you keep going, you will feel stronger. You will think clearer. You will act wiser. So be patient. Be kind to yourself. Keep learning. Host Henry. Shifting your mindset is not about being perfect. It's about making better choices, slowly, over time. And remember this, every rich mindset starts with one decision: to grow. Now, to help bring this all together, let me share a short story. Something simple, but powerful, that shows how mindset makes a big difference. Let me share a short story with you. A real-life example of how mindset can change someone's life. There's a man named Chris Gardner. You may have heard of him. His life was made into a famous movie called The Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith. Chris was homeless. He had no job, no money, and no home. He was sleeping in bathrooms and train stations with his little son. But he didn't give up. He had a rich mindset, even when he had nothing. Every day, Chris woke up early. He dressed neatly. He went to work as an unpaid intern at a stockbroker company. He learned. He worked hard. He kept believing in himself. People around him had more money, better clothes, and better chances. But Chris had something powerful: a growth mindset. He believed, I can learn. I can change my life. And guess what? In time, Chris got a job. Then he built his own company. Today, he is a multimillionaire, a speaker, and an author. But more than that, he is proof that your mindset is stronger than your situation. Here's another quick story. There are two brothers. They grew up in the same home with an alcoholic father. One became a successful businessman. The other became homeless and angry. When someone asked them, "Why did your life turn out this way?" both gave the same answer. With a father like mine, what do you expect? Same home, same father. Two different mindsets. One chose growth, the other chose blame. Host Henry. So remember, Your past does not decide your future. Your mindset does. Now, as we come close to the end of this episode, let me give you some final thoughts and practical tips you can use in your daily life. All right, my friend, we've come to the final part of this episode. Let's take a deep breath and review what we've learned today. We talked about the rich mindset and the poor mindset, and how the way we think is more important than how much money we have right now. Let me share a few simple takeaways that you can remember and use in your daily life. 1. Think long-term. Don't just focus on today. Ask yourself, what can I do today that will help me tomorrow, next month, or next year? 2. Keep learning. Read, listen, ask questions, stay curious. The more you learn, the more you grow. 3. Take responsibility. Stop blaming others. Say, what can I do to make this better? 4. Watch your words. Your self-talk matters. Speak to yourself with kindness, hope, and belief. 5. Surround yourself with positivity. Spend time with people who lift you up, not pull you down. If you can't find them, read their books, listen to their podcasts. 6. Take small steps. You don't need to change everything at once. Just take one small step every day. Over time, that leads to big change. And finally, remember this. You don't need to be born rich to think rich. You just need to choose to grow. Every day is a new chance to build a better mindset. And when your mindset changes, your whole life starts to change. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope today's episode gave you value, clarity, and inspiration. And if it did, feel free to share it with someone you care about. This is Henry, signing off. Stay curious, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.